Initiative, listen to me, because what I'm about to say may change the way you look at your entire life. People walk around every single day acting like they have something to lose. They play it safe, they hide their talents, they bury their dreams under fear. But let me ask you a serious question. What are you really afraid of? Initiative, you came into this world with nothing, and one day you will leave the same way. So while you're here, while your heart is still beating, while your mind still has the power to dream, why not take every shot you can? Most people go through life trapped by excuses, and they don't even realize it. They convince themselves that life is unfair, that the world is stacked against them, that success is reserved for people who were born lucky. Initiative, but that way of thinking is the reason why so many people never become who they could have been. Excuses are the invisible chains that keep people locked in mediocrity. Here's the truth most people don't want to hear. You don't need more motivation, you don't need more talent, and you don't need more opportunities. What you really need is to take responsibility for your life, because the day you hold yourself accountable is the day everything begins to shift. It's easy to blame your situation, your past, your upbringing, your surroundings, but blaming those things won't change them. Excuses are comfortable, but comfort kills dreams. When you say, "I can't," what you really mean is, "I don't want to try," or "I'm afraid to fail," and that fear of failure has become a wall between you and your potential. You say you don't have enough time, but you spend hours scrolling your phone. You say you don't have money, but you haven't learned a new skill that could earn you more. Initiative, you say people don't support you, but why should they if you haven't proven your seriousness yet? Life doesn't reward excuses. It rewards effort. The most dangerous lie people tell themselves is, "I'll start tomorrow." Tomorrow is a myth. Tomorrow is a graveyard where dreams go to die. The work must start now. Starts with honesty. Real growth begins when you admit the truth where you are today is a result of your decisions. Yes, life is hard. Yes, you may have been through pain, loss, betrayal, and struggle, but the point is not what happened to you. The point is, what are you going to do about it now? Once you accept responsibility, something powerful happens inside you. You stop complaining and start building. You stop wishing and start working. You stop doubting and start executing. Life becomes a game of choices instead of chances. When you say, "If it is to be, it is up to me," you unlock a new level of power. Because now you are no longer waiting for opportunity. You are creating it. You're no longer asking for permission. You're taking action. Education begins the moment you choose to learn from life instead of running from it. Excuses come from the mind. Responsibility comes from the heart. Excuses are for people who want sympathy. Responsibility is for people who want results. When you stop seeking pity and start seeking progress, you separate yourself from the crowd. You become rare. People start to notice the change in you. They'll ask why you're so focused. They'll wonder why you refuse to waste time anymore. And you'll know why. Because you made a decision to win. You chose to face the truth. You chose to fight back. You chose to become unstoppable. Because nothing changes until you change. Comfort is the silent enemy of progress. It feels safe, it feels warm, it feels good. But comfort is a trap disguised as peace. It doesn't challenge you. It doesn't stretch you. It doesn't build you into anything greater. And if you look around, you'll notice that the world is full of people who settled for comfort instead of chasing purpose. They chose the easy path. They avoided pressure. They avoided difficulty. And now they wake up every day feeling empty because deep down, they know they were meant for more. Comfort may feel good in the moment, slowly steals your potential one lazy decision at a time. Discipline, on the other hand, is not warm or easy. Discipline doesn't care how you feel. Discipline doesn't wait for motivation or perfect conditions. Discipline shows up even when you don't want to. It demands consistency. It demands sacrifice. But discipline is the doorway to everything you want: success, respect, financial freedom, confidence, and personal power. That should have every great person who has achieved anything meaningful trained themselves to do what needed to be done, especially when they didn't feel like doing it. Initiative. Most people wait for motivation to start working on their goals. That's why they never get anywhere. Motivation is temporary. It comes and goes like the weather. If you depend on motivation, your results will be inconsistent. But discipline is built by repetition, by choosing action over emotion again and again, until it becomes your identity. You don't rise to the level of your dreams. You fall to the level of your discipline. Show me your habits and I'll show you your future. Think about students who pass exams with top grades. Think about athletes who become champions. Think about entrepreneurs who build successful businesses. Initiative, every one of them followed a schedule. They trained when others slept. They worked when others made excuses. They studied while others wasted time. Discipline separated them from the average. Talent may open a door, but only discipline keeps that door open. If your life isn't where you want it to be, initiative, you don't need to cry about it or complain. You need to build discipline. Start small if you must. Wake up earlier, commit to 1 hour of learning daily. Exercise consistently. Distractions, build a study or work routine. The goal is not to be perfect. The goal is to improve daily, even by 1%. Because 1% progress every day compounds into a transformed life. The truth is, comfort gives pleasure, but discipline gives power. Comfort keeps you weak. Discipline makes you strong. Comfort steals your future. Discipline builds it. The most successful people in the world aren't smarter than you. They are simply more disciplined than you. They don't negotiate with laziness. They don't argue with procrastination. They don't wait for the perfect time. They create it. At some point, you have to decide, do you want to feel good now, or do you want to feel proud later? Because discipline demands effort, but the reward is freedom. Freedom to build the life you want, to become the person you were meant to be. And freedom is worth every sacrifice. Failure is one of the most misunderstood words in the world. People treat it like a curse, like a sign that they aren't good enough, initiative, strong enough, or smart enough. But failure isn't the end of the journey, it's part of the process. It's a natural step towards success. Initiative. The reason most people never reach their goals is not because they fail, it's because they give up the moment they fail. They take failure personally instead of using it as a tool for growth. The truth is simple: failure is feedback. It's life showing you what doesn't work so you can find out what does. Think about how a child learns to walk. Do they fall? Yes. Do they stumble? Yes. Do they cry sometimes? Yes. But do they quit and say, walking is not for me? Never. They get up again and again until walking becomes natural. That's exactly how success works. Somewhere along the way, society made people believe that falling is something to be ashamed of, but the only real shame is refusing to try again. Every single successful person has a story full of failures. Look at anyone who has built something meaningful. They failed more times than the average person even attempted. They learned through trial and error. Initiative, they improved with every setback. They didn't treat failure as a dead end, but as a lesson. Failure doesn't break you, quitting does. The most dangerous failure is not losing, it's losing hope. Failure introduces you to yourself, reveals your weaknesses, your lack of preparation, your mistakes, but it also exposes your strength. It trains your resilience. Every failure forces you to adapt, improve, and grow wiser. When you fail and keep going, you gain something powerful: mental toughness. That toughness becomes your advantage because while most people fear failure and avoid challenges, initiative, you will face them boldly and grow stronger every time. Failure is also a teacher that no school or university can replace. You can read every book and watch 1,000 tutorials. Initiative, but until you take action and make mistakes, you will never gain real experience. Education is not just learning information, it is learning through experience. Failure gives you experience. It gives you clarity. It teaches you strategy. It builds patience. It forces you to think. Initiative. That's why failure is not your enemy. It's one of your greatest assets. The biggest difference between average people and winners is simple: average people fear failure. Winners respect it. When average people fail, they search for someone to blame. Winners search for a solution. Average people see failure as a sign to stop. Winners see it as a sign to adjust and move forward. Winners don't see failure as a loss, they see it as tuition. The price you pay to become great. If you're afraid to fail, you're afraid to grow. If you're afraid to grow, you're afraid to live. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of success. Embrace it, learn from it, and keep moving forward, because every failure brings you one step closer to victory. Success has a price, and most people are not willing to pay it. They talk about wanting greatness. They dream about success. They admire those who achieve it. But when it comes time to sacrifice, time to give up comfort, distractions, laziness, and excuses, they disappear. They want the reward without the responsibility, the results without the effort. But life doesn't work that way. Everything valuable comes with a cost. If you are not willing to sacrifice, then you are not ready for success. The people who rise in life are not the ones with the best background or the most resources. They are the ones who were willing to pay more than everyone else. They sacrificed sleep to study. They sacrificed comfort to improve. They sacrificed temporary pleasures to build long-term freedom. While others chased entertainment, they chased excellence. While others were busy complaining, they were busy working. When you see someone successful, don't envy their success. Respect their sacrifice. Because that's what you didn't see. Sacrifice is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. You can't stay the same and expect life to change. If something has to be given up, maybe you need to sacrifice your time, replacing hours of scrolling social media with learning something that can change your income. Maybe you need to sacrifice bad habits, the laziness, the negativity, the procrastination that steals your dreams little by little. Maybe you need to sacrifice your environment. Initiative, letting go of people who don't support your vision, who distract you, who pull you down instead of lifting you up. Not everyone deserves a seat at your table when you're building your future. Sometimes sacrifice means choosing pain today so you can live in peace tomorrow. Initiative. Your future is shaped by the choices you make daily. Do you delay pleasure so you can build discipline? Or do you delay progress so you can enjoy short-term pleasure? You choose pleasure now, you pay with long-term regret. If you choose sacrifice now, you gain long-term success. Regret is heavier than sacrifice. Regret stays with you, haunts you, and makes you wonder what you could have been. Sacrifice hurts for a moment, but rewards you for a lifetime. There will be days when your body wants to quit, when your mind tells you to slow down, when your emotions scream for comfort. But you must remind yourself why you started. Success is not just about winning, it's about enduring. It's about continuing even when it gets hard. It's about pushing yourself when no one is watching. It's about believing in your purpose more than your excuses. Nobody said this journey would be easy, but it will always be worth it. People will doubt you. But when you start sacrificing, they will call you obsessed, crazy, too focused, too serious. Let them talk. They don't understand because they are not where you are going. One day when you succeed, when they see the results, those same people will call it luck. It will know the truth. It wasn't luck. It was sacrifice, consistency, and relentless commitment to your dream. Because success doesn't come to those who wish for it. It comes to those who work for it and are willing to give everything it takes. You have one life, one chance, one story, initiative. And the most heartbreaking truth is that most people live it as if they're coming back again. They waste years waiting for the right moment, waiting for confidence, waiting for approval from others, waiting for life to magically change. But time does not wait. Every day you hesitate, every day you delay, every day you choose comfort over growth. You are slowly burying your dreams with your own hands. Life is not a rehearsal, this is it. Initiative. Your future is being written today by what you choose to do, or what you choose not to do. People love to believe they have time, but time is not promised to anyone. Opportunities come and go, windows open and close, and if you are not ready, they pass forever. The saddest phrase in the world is, if only I had tried. If only I had believed. If only I had started earlier. But after time is lost, regret becomes the shadow that follows those who ignored their potential. You must understand, fear is temporary, but regret lasts a lifetime. And nothing is worse than looking back and realizing you were the only one standing in your own way. Taking control of your life starts with a decision to stop waiting and start building. Your background doesn't define you. Your past doesn't limit you. Initiative. Your mistakes don't own you. Your life changes the moment you decide to change it. The power has been in your hands the whole time. You just have to claim it. Choose discipline over distraction. Choose courage over fear. Choose growth over comfort. Choose purpose over excuses. Success is not found by chance. It is created by intention. Stop expecting someone else to come and fix your life. Nobody is coming. No one will force you to work harder, to study more, to wake up earlier, to think bigger. No one will drag you to success. Your life is your responsibility. Your future is your responsibility. Your happiness, your health, your faith, your wealth, they are all your responsibility. The day you accept full control is the day everything starts moving in your favor. Life doesn't respond to wishes. Life responds to actions. You must build yourself. Feed your mind with knowledge daily. Strengthen your character with discipline. Develop your skills until you're too good to be ignored. Work on your body, because a strong body fuels a strong mind. Control your environment, because negative people drain your energy and delay your progress. Surround yourself with those who sharpen you, challenge you, and inspire you. Initiative. Raise your standards so high that weakness cannot live near you. There will be obstacles. There will be pain. There will be moments when you question everything. Initiative, but that is the price of greatness. You weren't put on this earth just to survive. You were born to lead, to grow, to build, to conquer something meaningful. Initiative. You were created with power, purpose, and potential. Don't live like you're weak. Don't speak like you're defeated. Don't think like you're average. Your vision deserves action. Your gift deserves development. Your life deserves everything you are capable of becoming. This is your time, your moment, your shot. Take control now, because nothing changes until you do. Most people don't fail because they lack talent, opportunity, or intelligence. They fail because they lack consistency. They start strong, but they do not finish. They get excited in the beginning, but they never commit to the journey. They want results in a week, success in a month, initiative, transformation in a year, and when life tests them, because life always does, they disappear. But the truth is, every dream, every goal, every achievement you desire demands one thing above everything else: consistency. The discipline to show up daily, even when you feel tired, unmotivated, ignored, and unseen. Consistency is the difference between temporary effort and permanent change. Anyone can work hard for a day. Anyone can be motivated for a week. Anyone can start something. But only the strong finish what they start. Consistency doesn't care about how you feel. It requires action whether emotions agree or not. It doesn't ask if the path is easy. It teaches you to move forward anyway. Your emotions are not your master, your decisions are. Success is not built in explosive moments. It's built quietly in daily habits when no one is watching. This world respects results, not promises. You don't get rewarded for what you say you will do. You get rewarded for what you actually do. And what you do repeatedly becomes who you are. So if you study daily, you become intelligent. If you work hard daily, you become successful. If you train daily, you become strong. But if you avoid work daily, you become weak. If you delay actions daily, you become average. If you make excuses daily, you become broken. Your future isn't decided by fate. It's formed by your actions repeated over time. Consistency also builds confidence. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you grow stronger mentally. You begin to trust yourself more. You begin to believe in your ability to follow through. You become reliable to yourself first and then to the world. People fail because they break their own promises. If they tell themselves they will wake up early, but they hit snooze. They tell themselves they will study, but they scroll social media. They tell themselves they will change, but they repeat the same habits. You cannot build success on broken promises. Keep your word to yourself. The hardest part of consistency is not the work, it's the patience. Because consistency doesn't give instant results. You may go to the gym for a month and not see change. You may study for weeks and still feel behind. You may grind in silence and feel like no one notices. But consistency is not about what you see immediately. It's about what you build gradually. Growth is invisible at first. Progress is slow at first, but if you stay consistent, your results will become undeniable. Consistency compounds. What starts small becomes unstoppable. It won't be easy. Initiative. There will be days you feel like quitting. There will be moments when you question if it's worth it. But consistency isn't about doing what's easy. It's about doing what's necessary. Winners don't wait for motivation. They create it through consistent action. And when life gets hard, they don't run. They rise. Because they understand one truth. Consistency turns ordinary people into extraordinary achievers. In the end, you want success, strength, freedom, respect, peace, confidence comes down to no truth, you must earn it. No shortcuts, no miracles, no magic. You will not rise by accident. You will rise by intention. You will rise by courage. You will rise by action. Life is not waiting for you. Time is not slowing down. Your dream is not going to chase you. You must chase it with relentless focus. Your past does not matter anymore. Your mistakes do not define you. The opinions of doubters do not control you. The temporary pain you feel today is nothing compared to the greatness waiting for you tomorrow. You must decide right now that you refuse to live small, you refuse to live average, and you refuse to let fear dictate your future. You have nothing to lose by trying, but you have everything to lose by doing nothing. This is your moment to commit. Commit to discipline. Commit to growth. Commit to sacrifice. Commit to your purpose. Your greatest life is not found in comfort. It is found in courage. So rise now, step forward, and take control of your destiny. The world belongs to those who are bold enough to claim it.